Hello and welcome to the Collapse Experiment. If you enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe. These are 3 books that changed my life. Now the first one, I'm sure there might have been a few before this, because this book, The Amazing Adventures of Kavalier and Clay, came out in 2011. No, that's not right. Before that, 2000. But apparently this copy, this autographed copy, was purchased in 2011 and given as a gift to somebody else. But this was not the version that I read. Now the reason this book changed my life was 2000, before 9/11, this book comes out. Not long after that, the paperback version comes out, which is what I had. Paperback, it was pretty thick. The design of the cover was amazing. So the spine itself, unlike this one, looked like a stack of comic books. The front cover looked just like a comic book, had like frayed edges and all kinds of stuff, right? So it was just pretty amazing. Then I started reading the book, and it covered just about everything I was interested in at the time. It starts out at a comic book convention, then it goes into the life story of the guy, the main character. There's really 3 main characters, but it starts out with these 2 they weren't even brothers, I don't think. It was 2 Jewish kids that were really into comic books. They were really into Houdini. They escaped from Nazi Europe, came to the US, were living in New York, and then it was the classic comic book story of 2 guys apply for a job. They create a superhero who's based on Houdini called the Escapist. One of them ends up fighting in World War II. So the story itself is quite long, quite involved, but many aspects of it just really caught my attention. And this was the book that brought Michael Chabon to everybody's doorstep. It was quite amazing. And it was the one book that really caught my attention of, I want to do this one day. So the other book that changed my life, Kitchen Confidential. And that is because Bourdain, who had been writing for a while, he had 2 previous books that didn't go anywhere. Then he gets contracted to write this thing. This becomes a big hit while he's 44 years old. So the thing I liked was, this is a guy who comes from a background of a drug addict, working a shit job, and he's able to get himself out of that life through writing. It gave me the confidence to go ahead and write my own book. And just like him, I had one book that just went nowhere, but it showed me I can write a book. Then I wrote this thing. This is the 3rd book that changed my life. And this is After the Day. Started out as a collection of short stories. Then they all ended up intertwined into one story, one ending. It had 3, 4 sequels to it. A few others, if you consider anything within the world of that this takes place. I have other books that take place in the same world. You could consider those to be sequels. But this was one that I wrote this after me and my first wife split. And one of the things I did, which was probably horribly dumb at the time, was I went out and I bought a laptop. My old one, my Gateway, with a CD drive and a disk drive. Yeah, the hard disk. That one, the hard drive just went out on it. And for years I didn't have one. I wasn't really doing any type of writing or anything. So I went and I bought a laptop, which added to the debt that I was being left with. And that laptop sat in my closet for a couple years. I didn't touch it. And then eventually I got it out and I just started writing a bunch of stories. And I think that was around the time I was really trying to work off the debt. And I didn't really have anything to lose. So I ended up writing a couple books. This one took off, and the money from that book got me out of the debt that I was in. I had some realm of financial freedom, except for still having the shit job, still barely scrapping by, pinching the pennies left and right, constantly trying to figure out how to save money. But, you know, having the ability or learning that I could get myself into a better situation, kind of like somebody else did. Now, I haven't been able to copy that, replay. Haven't been able to do it again, but doesn't mean that it's not worth trying. So these are the three books three of the books. I'm sure there's more. It's just my library is huge. I'll look for the other ones later and do another video. But as for this was the one that got me interested in writing. This was the one that convinced me not to give up. And this one was the success story. So there it is. Those are three books that changed my life. Tell me what yours are. What changed your life? What book was it? How did it do it? Why did it change your life? Let me know in the comment section. Keep on typing.